11th anniversary for Tokyo Street. And this is an event brought to you by Pavilion KL in collaboration with Animangaki. And then we are having all kinds of activity here. We have our special guest meet and greet session. I'm sure you guys are very excited. I already see hand waves and cheers and very enthusiastic response. And then we have cosplay costume display, ball jointed doll display, Itasha and Itachari display upstairs at the Tokyo Street area. So do check them out if you're interested. And then we also have ACQ vendors upstairs as well. And then later on, after our special guest meet and greet session, as well as the interview sessions, we will have cosplay competition as well. So do stay tuned with us. We are jam-packed today with all kinds of activities. So let me chat with the team, guys. Today, we are honored to have one of our special guests here to meet all of you. This person, they are a cosplayer and they are an artist. They have been portraying all kinds of cosplay portrayals in their art form and artistry. This person doesn't need much introduction because all of you are here waiting for them, isn't it? Yes, exactly. So without further ado, let us invite Hakken! Here for you.
Bye. Thank you so much for being here.
Alright, let's have a seat. Alright, so before we move on further with the entire session, I will give you guys a briefing on what's going to happen later with the interview session with Hakken. So we're going to have some introduction, warm up to the entire session, and then afterwards we'll have some Q&A, and then we'll have a social game session. What is that? We shall see. So please stay tuned with us. So without further ado, Hakken, do you mind introducing yourself to all our audience here? Your fans are here, but maybe there are some newcomers here. They do not know who you are. They are not familiar with you. Can you tell us more?
Hey everyone, I'm Hakken. I'm a cosplayer from Malaysia, and here's a funny story. Today I was actually supposed to bring a cosplay, but because I traveled from another state, so we have everything. We've got the accessory, the costume, but I forgot the wig, so this is how I show up. I'm so sorry, and I hope we have fun later.
It's okay! No worries about it, because Hakken, as you can see, even though you forgot your wig, I'm sure the fans are here excited to see you, isn't it? Yes, wig or no wig, costume or no costume, you are here for Hakken, isn't it? Your fans are very enthusiastic, and I'm sure they want to know you more, okay? So let us go on with the question, shall we? So okay, I have a question for you, Hakken. This is like a burning question I'm sure a lot of our fans and our audience here are curious about. Because I know you've been cosplaying since 2010, isn't it? Yeah, 2010, that's a long time. That's like more than 10 years of love and passion in this hobby. And this hobby turned to a career for you. So what are best memories you have when it comes to the journey that you're having?
I feel like one of the best memories definitely meeting everyone during events, because it's different when you interact with them online and seeing everyone in real life and feel the energy. And I think this is one of the best memories every time I get to see that all of you.
And it has been 2 years, isn't it? Like more than 2 years, and you finally come back to Malaysia and been having appearances in Malaysia to see your fans physically. So how does that feel, seeing them physically here and interacting with them online? Is there any differences?
Definitely, because when you meet them online, you can see their faces and interact face to face. It's actually very different, and I'm always very happy to see everyone here.
That's great, and we're so glad to have you here, and I'm sure your fans are very much appreciated to see you here in person as well, because 2 years, you guys never get to see Hakken, and now Hakken in person. So thank you so much for telling us that. And I have a question, because just now with my introduction, I actually introduced you not just as a cosplayer, but as an artist. This is because during one of your interviews, you actually described cosplay as an art form. Yeah, it's a very specific way of describing this hobby. And then you have certainly displayed artistic sense and skills in your cosplay portrayals, especially through your makeup and your entire portrayal. Come down to the mannerisms and everything. So can you share with us your process in creating your cosplay looks, your portrayals?
Usually I decide on a character, and I have a few, my family and friends, and they help me in creating costumes, and we find locations together. Sometimes we travel overseas for photo shoots, because I love to travel and find different locations. Because in Malaysia it's quite limited. Sometimes you just have to go out, and I have like friends and families who help me with that. And after they just take photos, it was actually very casual, a very casual flow.
A gradual thing, isn't it?
Yes.
It's not 0 to 100. It started out slow.
Sometimes we work halfway and I get distracted and the cosplay just doesn't come out. And it's just like that. Yeah.
So you're telling us that you procrastinate as well?
A lot.
So for all cosplayers out there, don't you worry, Hakken procrastinates too. But regardless, you still bring in the look, you still bring it in despite the procrastination. So can you tell us any tricks to go through that entire process when you feel like stopping, when you feel like resting and procrastinating?
I feel like if I have to do something, if I really want to get something done, it has to be, kind of like immediately. I cannot stop halfway. And if I was preparing a costume or something, and I stop halfway and I go to other stuff, I'll never come back. So yeah.
So you start from, you just go on one track.
Yes. Never have anything planned and just go. Yeah.
That's a very good tip. So for those who want to beat your procrastination, listen to Hakken. Just one track mind, look at your goal.
But I procrastinate like most of the time.
So this is an example of do as you say, but not as you do.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us your process and tips and tricks in defeating procrastination. Yeah, and then I have another burning question too, especially for our fans, because the latest career update that you have is that you have joined Tier 1 Entertainment as one of your talents.
Yes.
Congratulations! Yeah, this is a huge deal because we are talking about an international agency having you as one of the Malaysian representative talent. So is it possible if you share with us some, tidbits, some behind the scenes tidbits about how the process came to be? Did they scout you? Did they find you? Can you tell us more?
It was actually my friend came to me. The friend is also in Taiwan. My friend came to me and be like, hey, you want to do something together? And I'm all for adventure, so I was like, okay, whatever, just go. And eventually he found Tier 1 and he connected this together, and after a few meetings, we thought, yeah, it's cool. We'll join Tier 1. You know, it's a new adventure, and it's a very pretty cool company. They party every day.
Okay, since you mentioned about party, I believe your fans want to know as well. Are you a party person?
Not really. I can party, but depends.
So it depends on the occasion, the people,
Yeah.
crowd. Ah, I see. So guys, you hear it. Not a party person, but likes the right crowd, which means you guys. Okay, that's amazing. And from the sound of it, you are actually a person, because you mentioned that you want to try things, you're adventurous. So, is this part of your adventure so far? Like, do you have any future plans? Because when it comes to an adventurous person, after they achieve something, they want more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any future plans?
For me, I'm still trying to see, how far this can go, like how much more that I can do and how much more I can achieve in my works as well. And besides that, I think I do have a few, I wouldn't say it's a plan, or I wouldn't say it's a vision. It's just something that pops up in my mind that I have no idea if I'm going to do it. Is I've always wanted to open a nice coffee shop somewhere. And you guys can come, get chill together.
Coffee shop, that sounds like a wonderful idea. Okay guys, I'm gonna hold on to that, because coffee shop. Can you tell us more about it? Let's build the coffee shop right here, right now. When you envision it, I believe your fans would like to see your vision about coffee shop. Okay, I have one question, the burning question. Yeah, all questions are burning, guys, but this is especially burning. Will they have cats in it?
Yes?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that's great. And you'll be a chill cafe. You serve coffee.
I have no idea how to make coffee, but I can try.
I'm sure you have people teaching you about
Yes.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you have so many things, so many things in your plan, and you are aiming high, sky high. So, ladies and gentlemen, guys, boys and girls, I would like you to give your blessings to Hakken and wish them all the best in their adventurous journey. And then down the road, maybe they'll open a coffee shop with cats in it. So thank you so much for the questions. And I have one more question to ask the fans first, then I'll ask you about it. So, dear fans, can you tell me, where is Hakken from? The state. Okay, I didn't hear you too clear. Can you shout it one more time? Sarawak, yes. So, there's this Facebook post that jokingly goes around the Facebook timeline that says, one of the greatest exports from Sarawak is actually Hakken.
I saw that actually, it's really funny.
It's funny, isn't it? So, and we can't say official because you are not anointed yet, but maybe in the future, who knows? So, as a non-official Sarawak export representative, I would like to ask you, is there anything you would like to introduce to our audience here about Sarawak? Maybe the food, maybe the scenery, anything?
From the place, from the city I came from, we kind of have nothing but beaches. So if you like beaches, this is where you see like a lot of my photo shoots are taken at the beach, because it's basically seaside. I know a lot of people that live in the city, like Kuala Lumpur, you don't really get to go to beaches a lot. But in my city, basically everywhere you go, there's a beach. There's one right outside my house too.
Wow. So it's literally, you grew up with the beach.
Yes, too high.
Do you like the sea a lot? Are you a sea person or a mountain person?
A sea person.
Because you grew up with it. I see. So you recommend to our audience and your fans here to visit Sarawak's beaches and check things out?
We have good food too.
Okay, this is like a very Malaysian question. Every time you talk to a Malaysian, you ask about the food. Yeah, so any Sarawakian food you recommend to the audience?
I'm not sure what it's called in English, but like one of my favorite is something called 粉干蛋.
Oh, you guys know about it, but gantai. Yeah, I see some. Okay.
Yeah, some it's good.
Okay, that sounds like a delicacy. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, you go to a Sarawakian beach, you enjoy粉干蛋while thinking of Hakken. That sounds good, right? So thank you so much with the questions. This concludes our Q&A session, but don't go away. Now we'll go into the social games. So this game is what we call Would You Rather. Okay, let me explain the rules to you a bit. So I'm gonna ask Hakken to pick a number for me, 1 to 25, and then afterwards I will be asking Hakken the question. So there will be 2 scenarios in the question, hence the title Would You Rather. And then Hakken shall make their choices and tell me and tell the audience why do you make their choices. Yeah, is that okay? Alright, let me get ready with the questions. Yes, Hakken, yes. And hello to everyone upstairs, hi! Are you guys here for Hakken as well? Yeah, I hear some screams. Yeah, hi. Oh. Yeah, I hear more screams. That's amazing. Your fans are really enthusiastic. Some of them have been here since 9. Like, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the support you have been giving Hakken, and then thank you so much for coming to today's event, which is Tokyo Street's 11th anniversary in collaboration with Animangaki. Thank you so much. So without further ado, let us go on with the question. Okay, 1 to 25, Hakken. Pick a number for me.
8.
Oh, 8. Okay. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. Would you rather only be able to listen to one song for the rest of your life, or only be able to watch one show for the rest of your life? So one song or one show?
One song.
Ooh. Oh, this reminds me of, I'm not so sure if there's any Stranger Things fans here. Yeah? You know, I see some waves. You know that one song that keeps a demon at bay? Oh, yeah, because the story is that they have this one song, they'll be listening to it, and that keeps all the nasty things and demons at bay. So that's your song, isn't it? Can you tell us what song it is?
I don't think I can choose right now. Maybe give me a few days.
Oh, okay. I'll hold on to your word. I think your fans will hold on to your word. Okay, guys, remember to remind Hakken a few days later to maybe tell you the song. You know, that one song that they are okay listening for it for the rest of their life. Okay? So yeah, thank you so much for number 8. Okay, can you pick another number?
15.
This is about life in general. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button for your life?
I don't think I would want a rewind button because, for me, I just go with the flow in life. If things happen, it happens, and that's it, and move on. But a pause, maybe, in some of the most beautiful times, you want to pause for a while and cherish your phone a little while.
So from the sound of it, you are the kind of person that you do not want to look back at your past because you want to move forward.
Yes.
But you want to pause some moments. Is there any moments you can think of that you want to pause? Like right now, for example?
Definitely now. And honestly speaking, there's one moment I I remember when I was in Venice, in Italy, and because I have a shoot around 4 or 5 in the morning, and it was during sunrise. It was so beautiful, and it passed by pretty quickly, just a few minutes. You know, if I can pause, maybe I can take some more photos.
Because the sunrise rises too soon.
But it was very beautiful. You know, you can pause for a while and just look at it for a little more.
Yeah, because you have so many travel experience. You have been traveling across the globe, like to Italy, to Paris, for example, for your cosplay photo shoots. Do you mind sharing with us some of your experiences? It can be a funny one, it can be a beautiful one, like the sunrise that you mentioned.
There's a funny one. I posted on my personal Facebook video. I always joke around there, but maybe some of you don't know. It was when we were in Italy too. Me and my friend, we were cosplaying as Jojo. You know, we just go around the city and take photos. And we were cosplaying as Jojo. I was Rohan, she was Jojo. And we were at this museum. There was this foreign guy. He came up to us and be like, where are you guys from? We're like, we're from Malaysia. And he looked at us for a while and he was like, do all Malaysians dress like this? And I was like, yes. And he walked away, puzzled.
Okay, so you are responsible for one foreigner out there
Yes.
thinking that Malaysian dress
Just
like
like this, yes. I am sorry if I,
It's alright, imagine one day the foreigner actually come to Malaysia and realize
people don't dress like Jojo.
no Jojo. But you certainly make their day because you don't see like a very intricate and fully completed Jojo cosplay in public just like that.
That's true,
Yeah, so you have been cosplaying a lot in public, taking pictures, like you mentioned just now, at the beaches and everything. Is there any tips and tricks when it comes to taking picture in public? Like for example, how to calm your nerves, how to make sure that you are not, you are focusing on the picture and not interrupted. Is there anything?
Thick face. Yes, but definitely, you know, if you want to do it in public, make sure you don't disturb the others. Because I usually do it at places that no one goes, or during sunrise, these kind of days where, you know, nobody goes out, so, you know, you don't bump into people in public.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes certain places need permits and permission.
Yes, definitely.
That should be settled as well.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Hakken. And thank you so much for the tips as well. Okay, we've asked 2 questions. Let us go on with more. Pick a number for me, please.
20.
20. Okay. This is I think anime fans will like this because would you rather never be able to go out during the day or never be able to go out at night? This is like a vampire situation.
Oh wow. It's kind of hard to choose actually. Never go out during the day. Maybe I would go with never going out during the night.
Ooh, okay, I'll be honest with you. Because you look so suave and cool in your black outfit, black color outfit right now, I will expect you to choose night, you know, to be more relevant. So, going on with the color question, are you a black or white color person?
Definitely black.
But you like to go on with things at daytime. Can you tell us more? Why do you?
I like going around at daytime because at daytime I feel like it's more. I like energy. I'm an extrovert. You know, I like going around and I like the sunlight, but maybe not here because when you go out it's pretty hot. But you know, if the day is cool and there's sunlight, it feels really good.
That's great. And because you grew up at the beach, so it's always sunshine and beaches.
Oh yes. If you never go out during the day, you can't see sunrise and sunset. I like those kind of sunset.
The beauty of daytime.
Yes, definitely.
All right, thank you so much. Let me check the time. We still have time, so more questions, everyone. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Can you pick the number from here again?
7.
7. Lucky number 7. Okay. This is a question about abilities. Would you rather be able to speak any language, or be able to communicate with animals?
Speak any language.
Oh. Why?
Because if I can speak any language, there's no problem in understanding what all of you are talking about. Because sometimes I need translations, and sometimes mistranslations exist. If I can understand any language in the world, it would be much more convenient. I can get closer to everyone. For animals, I meow at my cats, so I don't think that's a problem.
Okay, I have another burning question. When you meow at your cat, do you think your cat understands you?
I think they understand, but they choose not to acknowledge it.
Yeah, that's cats.
That's cats.
But yeah, I'm actually not surprised you picked the selection for communicating in any language, because you have been traveling around across the world to different conventions and meet your fans in different countries, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you tell us more, how does it feel to be able to fly to different countries and talk to your fans in different countries?
I feel very lucky, to be able to meet my fans from all over the world face to face in their own country, and then it's very different. The culture and everything in every country is different, and I just feel very lucky to be able to experience all of this.
That's great, that's amazing. And I'm sure our fans feel the sentiments as well. They get to meet you in person when they're in different countries as well. Alright, so thank you so much. I'll go with one more question, and then we'll have a wildcard question, and then a last question. Alright? So more questions incoming. So Hakken, would you do me the honors? One final number.
24.
24. Alright. Okay, this is straight up related to ACG culture. Would you rather be trapped inside a video game, or have that video game come to life in the real world?
Isn't this kind of the same?
Yeah, come to think of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, the difference is that you get to bring Sword Art Online in Kuala Lumpur, so we need to translate that name for us. And the other one is that you get to go into it.
Go into it, maybe. Because if they come to real life, they're still real life. But if you go into a video game, it's another world. It's a different thing. It's entirely a different dimension. I think that would be more interesting.
And a different place and a different atmosphere, isn't it?
Definitely.
Are you a gaming person? Do you play lots of games?
I don't play a lot, but I do play some of the games.
Can you tell us any recent games you're very much in love with that you want to share with us?
Recently maybe not a lot, but I've been a fan of Final Fantasy for the longest time.
Alright, because for those who don't game much, but I'm sure all of you know about the game, Final Fantasy has many titles. Which one's your favorite?
7.
Yes,
Crisis Core was my first Final Fantasy game on PSP, and then after that I was obsessed with it, and then I tried the original Final Fantasy 7, and then I played the remake too, and then and they have all these movies and different other games on it.
Alright. Oh, that sounds amazing. And I have another burning question incoming. Are you a Cloud person or a Zack person? I hear some noises.
It's hard to choose, but if you say, Zack gave me a lot of emotional damage during his death. So
R.I.P.
So yeah, because it's my first game. It's my first Final Fantasy game. It was with Zack, so I think I'm going with Zack. But my favorite is Sephiroth actually.
Oh,
He is the villain.
So, if you need to choose between the hero and the villain, you go for the villain. I see. I mean, you choose black color, so
yes.
that's good. All right, thank you so much for playing this with me. Would you rather? Yeah, I'm sure fans, you understand Hakken more right now, isn't it? Yeah, that's great. All right, I have a wild card question before we close off the session today, the interview session today with an ending question. So the wild card question is, your fans are really responsive, they really love you. So guys, can you give a shout out to Hakken right here? Thank you so much. Alright, so the wild card question. Okay, imagine the scenario. You are in a shonen anime. You are the hero, unfortunately not the villain. You are the hero. And you are going to have an epic fight with the final boss. So you are allowed to bring 3 characters to help you. Who will you bring? Can you tell us more? You can choose anyone, like 3 characters.
This is probably going to be very biased. I think I'm just going to bring some of my favorite characters into it, just for the experience. Like, you know, I don't care if we defeat the boss and then.
So it's the journey that matters, the end goal, whether you defeat the boss and stay the dragon, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's great. So, who would you bring?
First one, Sephiroth, Buchanati, I'm, you know, there's no strategy in this, you know, they're just some of my favorite characters. And Madara from Naruto.
Very surprising choices, and all of them are kind of, they are not heroes, they are anti-heroes. Like, they have some streak of evil. You like characters like this, I assume?
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Can you tell us more? Like, why do they? Is it because they wear black color? Like, you know?
I just feel like they have more character. I'm not saying like the others doesn't have it. Maybe it's just my cup of tea. These kind of characters. Yeah.
And you certainly have shown it through your portrayal of cosplays as well. Thank you so much. And I think you win the fight. Do you guys think Hakken will win the fight? Come on, that's a show. One wing angel. Thank you so much, and I'm certain your fans will be safe when you have 3 awesome characters fighting the final boss and they are there with you. Thank you so much. So, let us wrap off the entire session with one final question. No worries, guys, no worries. You will see Hakken still, because later we have the meet and greet session. So for those who have won the lottery to join in the meet and greet session, please do come by, and then you get to see Hakken in person and interact with Hakken in person. Are you excited with the meet and greet?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. All right, one last question. Anything you would like to tell your fans?
First of all, thank you all so much for coming today. I know a lot of you come very early, and a lot of you come from different cities and different countries. I'm very sorry if I'm not able to interact with every one of you, but I still hope you guys have fun today, and I hope in the future we're able to meet more, and I hope to see you guys more in the future.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Hakken. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Hakken. So we'll be concluding our interview session very, very soon. But don't you worry, Hakken will still be around. So feel free to come by, and then afterwards we'll have the meet and greet session. So for those who have won the lucky draw, please remember to come by with the necessary documentation. Then we can clarify it with you, and then you get to interact with Hakken. Thank you so much, Hakken.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.